Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Thank you for the celebrate. So, thank you for the delayed celebrate to Aria. Hello, thank you for the celebrate, Quinn. And Chai, thank you for the celebrate. Hello, welcome in. Also, hi CJ, welcome in as well. Hello, hello. How are you guys tonight? Thank you. I think that was like an objection or something too. I saw in the corner of my eye it was red at least.
It was one of the... It might have been Hold It.
Hold it.
Yeah.
I see. A good one. A good one. But yes, hello everybody. Welcome in. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. We are back with our weekly Ace Attorney. Last we left off, we finished up our second round investigating? I don't know. Can I remember what happened last week? Who can say? We're gonna test it out now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and jump on in. Have somebody pretend that he's superior to me. Act like a child. Just tell me to let it go. May 12th, 9:34 a.m. The High Court of Karain. Accused lobby.
Aya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her.
Nick, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never properly asked you to defend me, did I?
It doesn't matter. I'm on this case till the bitter end.
I know. That's why I wanted to officially ask you for your help.
You got it, Maya. Let's do this. I gotta wrap this up and get back home so you can make your dream show come true. The Steel Samurai versus the Plumed Punisher, right?
Crossover of the century.
You bet. You look as if you did not sleep last night, Barbed Head. It is written all over your face.
She's breaking the fourth wall.
How can you expect to put up a respectable defense like that?
I'm all fired up and raring to go. I guess Maya's not the only one looking exhausted. Huh? Rafa doesn't seem in the best spirits herself.
Go ahead. Be in confidence now while you're still able. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day.
Guess it was just my imagination.
Ready, Nick?
Okay, Maya, let's head on in.
It's do or die, literally. May 12th, High Court of Karain.
Now then, if everyone is ready... The defense is ready, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. Oh, no prayers this time, Prosecutor Sadmadi. I already offered my prayers for the latest victim during my visit to the crime scene. Being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder, let us hasten his trial, so we may put his dead lawyer walking out of his misery. I could not agree more. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the high priest. And today she will be tried for the murder of his disciple, ariaauroravt. Now then, Prosecutor Sunmuddy, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. The accused has now slain 2 of the most devout clergymen in Koreanism. Given the lowest level of hell, a hell of tickling would not be punishment enough. Go. Then, what terrible fate awaits her? Belgelpoken hell, a realm of eternal agony. There she will suffer the endless punishment of Jagar by the gallon of Pulmoten. Furthermore, enough.
You and the judge is like, stop.
My blood runs cold at the mere thought that such a terrible place exists.
Also, hi Nate, welcome in. Enjoy your lurk.
Oh. I was going to ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignored it. Ignorance is bliss. No, then, please continue, minus the part about the terrible hell awaiting the accused. As you wish. The victim of this heinous crime was the high priest's disciple, ariaauroravt. He had been training under the high priest while living at the priest's home. I had met him a number of times, and he seemed like an earnest young man. How tragic that he met such a terrible end. The murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion during Purification Rite. It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful deep in prayer. The war-bat dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. The stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly. Ah, the war-bat dagger. Lady Kira's weapon of choice. We've already established that the accused prints were on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself.
No, I didn't do it.
Hold your tongue. Now, being that the accused, Maefei, is a serial killer, the prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence. Will the defense care to respond?
Yes. No. Incorrect.
Your Honor, shut up. The accused is innocent, and nothing can convince me otherwise. After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How can my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness? The accused's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. As such, I see no need to debate this any further. But... Well, once a benevolence conducts her seance, it'll be clear for all to see. Until I pick that one apart too. The magistrate, might I have a word? You've been doing nothing but talking, champ. Huh? There's something the matter, Prosecutor Sunmuddy. It's about the divination seance.
Also, hi, dubious. There's something a little bit
Oh.
dubious about the fourth emote that you sent, though. I feel like one of these things is not like the other. Welcome in, nonetheless.
Your benevolence.
Stop right there, Prosecutor Samari.
As you wish. Forgive me for overstepping my bounds. What was that all about?
Barbed head, have you made peace with your fates? For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees.
Is it going to be the easiest one yet? Is that why somebody doesn't want us to see it?
She rolled 2d20s this morning, and she's going to use them against you.
She got a nat 1 on both of them.
I'm ready, and I accept your challenge. The only problem is I have no weapons at my disposal, except for this gun I found.
Phoenix.
Our only hope now is that we can glean from, is what we can glean from the seance vision and Rafa's insights. Very well, the divination seance, if you please, your benevolence.
Yes, let us begin.
Bring me my internet.
始祖様の名のもとに、御霊の託戦の儀式を執り行う。
I'm always shocked every time she actually has a voice line where I'm like, oh my god. It's your forger.
皆の者、目を開
Omelette,
き、
you have voice lines?
耳を傾けよ。
It's Ayaka.
今、奉納の舞をもって、被害者の御霊を呼び戻さん。解くと見よ。水鏡に映し出されし、最後の記憶を。
Time for her to summon the whole. When did this game come out again? What, 2015?
Something like that. I don't remember the exact date.
The movements really aren't that bad for a 3D model for 2015. 2016? Like, really looking for it, yeah, you're gonna see jank, but all in all, for 3D model...
I feel like at least on like the DS, or the 3DS, I should say, it looked really good. You can notice a little more of the jank on the PC just because it's like higher quality.
Yeah. You're playing in 1080p.
Yeah, not 2 pixels by 2 pixels. Yeah, I'm just gonna bully the 3DS. I love the idea of the 3DS, but oh my god, was it ever tiny.
don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see? Because man was staring at the ground for like 2 days.
He was asleep.
Your benevolence. What in the world?
I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail.
Maybe his name isn't Praise a lot. Maybe it's like a Death Note situation.
Just as I thought. Wait, what does he know that we don't? I sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand. Come to think of it.
I must go perform a divination seance for Praise a Lot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins.
That is why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here. However, she insisted that it be done. She wished to try one more time here in the Hall of Justice. It would appear benevolence is tired from her manifold duties.
I am not any of the sort. The victim spirit will not answer my call, but I know not why. This is my sacred duty to convey the truth through the divination seance.
Rafa. What are we to do without the divination seance?
Are you
Same thing
shaking?
they do in America.
Huh?
The same thing they do in America. Just present
Don't.
evidence, talk it out.
Also, Chai, are we shaking Nayata like a cat affectionately, or I don't know if I understand that description. What kind of cat shaking are we doing here? Are we like affectionate cat shaking, or are we like rat shaker cat shaking?
I suppose I could deliver the last rites without them. The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I am fully capable of proving the accused's guilt, with or without the divination seance. You never fail to impress, Prosecutor Sudmuddy. This is bad. Divination seance is my one and only hope. Your Majesty, her benevolence said she isn't tired. So shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed? I'm curious, Mr. Wright. Why have you suddenly taken such a keen interest in the divination seance?
Yeah, no, I'd just like to make sure that we've explored every avenue of evidence. No other reason.
Why are there feathers in your pants?
Don't worry about it.
Yes, explain yourself. The divination seance is for shedding light on the accused crimes. It is the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever posed to pound you into your grave. You should fear it, not plead for it.
I believe in my client. Plus, yesterday somebody told me something that changed my mind. Divination seance was once thought of as just another piece of evidence. If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client, Maya Fey, is innocent.
The truth is you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick?
Keep your fat mouth shut, Maya. We don't need to let other people know that. They're already making fun of us.
Maya, please, you're not helping.
How dare you? The voice of the Mirama is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you.
Seances exactly a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It would be best not to burden her any further. Or does the defense feel that it can pose no counter-arguments without the seance? No, of course not. He saw right through me. I'll have to find a way to make divination seance happen, or we're toast. Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let us proceed with the trial without the seance. Prosecutor Sunmuddy suggested. Thank you, Your Majesty.
You. I will not forget this, barbed head.
Oh, you should be thankful I was pleading your case, ma'am.
This will not be the last you see of me.
Now then, I will now proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand. Very well. The lead detective would please come to the stand. We may begin. And Michi's here too.
I'm here too. Hi, everybody. I made it to my own stream. Sorry, Mr. Wright.
Detective Sky. I understand how you would wish to save the accused and the defense. They're your friends, after all. But you must let them go and move on.
Oh, shut. The last time you told me that, the accused was actually innocent, bitch. but...
There's only one way to save them now. By giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames.
Oh... I can't do this!
Ah, waiting in the Sacred Hall of Justice.
Miss Sky.
Yes?
Don't worry about me and Nick. Just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out. Eventually.
Well, that sounds real hopeful there. Right. Thanks, Miss Faye.
Very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. Very well, Detective Sky. Please proceed.
Okay. I can do this. I'm Emma Sky, and I'm fine. Let me start with an overview of this case. Overview of the second murder. The latest victim was Perezalot. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. The High Priest's widow, believe in me, has identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection. I need to slow down. I get like halfway through the sentence, I'm just like, what word is that? He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest.
Gee, well, that certainly makes sense. The defense got to respond. I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far. And I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. I'll have to pull some evidence out of my arse.
Damn.
What am I going to do now?
I don't think you should let anyone else touch that evidence, Phoenix.
What is it, Maya?
I was wondering about how much the police actually looked into. Why am I blanking on the word?
Acolyte?
Acolyte. Zalot. No. Zalot? No, oh my god.
Sure, it's a lot. Praise a lot.
Yeah.
Because he prays a lot.
Because it might prove to be key as to why the divination seance failed.
What are you getting at?
Well, it's just a hunch.
Wait a second. During my investigation, Raven told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again. Okay, time to press for some more information.
I've forgotten how she said how she explained it, how it works. Is it really going to be a Death Note situation?
What kind of person was Acolyte Zalot?
According to the neighbors and others who knew him, he was a deeply devout youth.
I too have heard his name mentioned as one who was a fervent practitioner. I suppose you might say he was the High Priest's star disciple.
Furthermore,
"2 years? Are you sure about that?"
we took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings.
What about you, Maya?
Well, when I first came here, I saw Zalot praying under the High Priest's instruction.
I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out. Was Mrs. Enmy's positive ID the only way you verified the identity of the victim?
Huh? Oh, well, no. We also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry. But
But what?
his personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced.
Maybe that's why the divination seance failed.
Why do I finally get a chance to speak and now I'm like yawn? Man.
Good stream, everybody.
Good stream, everyone. I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright.
Here's what I'm thinking.
His address was wrong. The divination, the divination seance is like the mail, you know, like when you post a letter. If you don't have the right address, even if you have the right name, it probably won't get to the right person.
The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priestess used a deceased's face and true name to summon their spirit.
Why, yes, that is indeed true.
If he's using a forged ID and there is no mention of him in our public records, then he's likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Korean. An illegal immigrant. Come to think of it, Rafa mentioned something about immigrants yesterday.
But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. We'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time.
I had always thought that Acolyte Zelot was Koreanese. Oh, how the High Priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony?
Sure,
Yes.
why not? We can change it.
It's an important fact. Please add it to the testimony. Ah, it seemed to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you just said to your testimony.
Yes, Your Majesty.
There's some way to track down his real name?
No, not if he was an illegal immigrant.
Have you actually confirmed that he was in Korea illegally?
Well, we don't have any conclusive evidence. But there's also no evidence of him being a citizen of Korea either.
Oh boy. Now what do we do?
If there was a clue in the evidence, what if there's a clue in the evidence you gathered?
That's probably our only hope at this point. If he really was an illegal immigrant, our proverbial goose is probably cooked. Maya isn't that Lady Kira who's been going around capturing rebels.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but
That verdict was already handed down in the previous trial. There's no longer a point of dispute, and I will not allow you to make it so. But no ifs, ands, and most of all, no buts.
damn, we can't use that arse evidence.
The accused was posing as Lady Kira. And she killed Acolyte Zelot because she mistakenly believed him to be a rebel.
That That's not true.
I'm sorry. The verdict has already been read in that case. I have to assume that it's a fact now.
How do we do? Now I know why the divination seance failed, but
Nothing's really changed.
yeah, which means we're in big trouble.
If he really was an illegal immigrant, it's gonna be hard to find out his real name.
I guess our only choice is to give up on the whole divination seance thing. Our only choice is to give up.
Damn. Sorry, Maya.
Only there's some way to find out the victim's real name.
Okay, what do we even have right now? Newspaper. Terrace autopsy report. Inner sanctum. My statement. Water was already stained red. Kira's warning. Peach-shaped tattoo. Amanda. The Tome of Secrets. Okay. Surely we have a piece of evidence that gives away his name. But do we though?
Maybe? I honestly don't remember. I
Well,
would assume you have something.
We would have to have something, I would think, you know. But what specifically?
Not-
I don't know, man. Someone draw that on his neck after the fact, or was that? That's the same shape as that guy's tattoo. But
Yeah?
thought it was, if I remember, I think it was Albie that told us way back when. It was a designation, like the different symbols are a designation on people's foreheads in Crane. I'm probably getting way too ahead of myself here. This is probably something I don't need to worry about. You must present the picture of his death and zoom in really close to the band of his underwear where he has sewn his actual name into. Thanks, Chai. You're spoiling it though, man. Backseat gaming here. This is all older information, so I don't think... I don't think it's anything on this page. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. That's your name, isn't it? Calvin Klein. It's written all over your underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Surely it's something that alludes to his name.
Is his name Imsan?
He was Lady Kiara all along. Maybe I'm just dense. Or maybe it's Ace Attorney. Or maybe it's both. But it seems like they want to steer us in the direction of figuring out a... They want us to present something that could lead us in the direction of what his name would be. But I don't know how
Yeah.
any of this leads in the direction of a name.
Did
Presumably...
we press the updated testimony?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Pretty sure we did at least.
Okay. Looked it up because I was just like... So...
Do you have to press an earlier statement again?
No, you have to present evidence on the new statement.
I figured that much.
Yeah?
Yeah, but the thing
Is it stupid?
No, not really stupid. It's something that got brought up like a while ago that I think we all forgot about.
Something that may have been 2 or 3, no, more than that, weeks
Months
ago.
ago?
She was gone for like a week
Yeah.
at one point.
So yeah, the thing is I don't think you're trying to prove that he was an immigrant, because that was one of the things that got brought up.
Okay. My goal was to find a way to reveal his name, but even then I'm still not...
You're not focusing on trying to find the name at this point. You're trying to figure out if he's an illegal immigrant or not.
So is it the tattoo at that point? Granted, we haven't ID'd that as like the same tattoo as
Yeah.
the other guy, so I don't know if that's like a
I don't know,
we
and...
can see again.
We're trying to ID him as an illegal immigrant. Do they not do anything but the forehead tattoos in this country? Is that what I've forgotten? They don't have tattoos other than what they do on their forehead?
Honestly, I don't remember if that was a thing.
Then that's not the thing that Aria's hinting at that we've forgotten.
No, I will say I don't remember anything about the tattoos.
Yes, but at the very
Fair.
at the very least, that line of reasoning was not what you were hinting at. It's not like we forgot a tattoo custom.
Yes, we did forget a tattoo custom is the thing. I just don't remember what the information is.
Oh. Then is it just... Is it just this guy?
Sorry, Detective Sky. But the police missed something important in their investigation.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The victim was undeniably a Kuranese native. And this crime scene photo proves it. It does? It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You see clear proof that the victim was Kurinese.
Where? I don't see anything that would prove that.
This proves the victim was Kurinese.
I'm also gonna be really
How many times are you gonna say Kurinese?
Who can say? I'm also gonna be really pissed off if we're making this argument to just come back around and be like, oh, actually, it shouldn't be on your neck. Oops. That's... Sorry. I don't know my new keyboard very well yet.
Look at this tattoo right here. Why, that's a tattoo of a peach? I'd like y'all to think about the meaning of this tattoo.
Summertime. Georgia. Momotaro.
Going to the country, can eat a lot of peaches.
Oh, the victim really liked peaches?
Peaches, 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 peaches. Well, peaches are a favorite delicacy here in Korean. They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. Do you also have a tattoo of a peach?
What?
Do you also have a tattoo of a peach? Sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh. They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself.
Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches.
That's the least of our worries, Maya. We gotta get you out of here alive first.
I want peaches!
After the trial, Maya. Right now we have bigger fish to fry.
Peaches actually sound really good right now.
Because I said it like 10 times.
They did.
Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. It is not the peach, you say? Then what is it? Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before? Namely, the tattoo on the High Priest's brow.
What?
This mark is only borne by members of the Korenist clergy. So that is what you believe it to be. But are they not utterly different shapes? Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that.
Because he's upside down.
The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Korenist clergy bear.
Hey, you're right.
Ah, until about 20-some-odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? It's entirely too much information, Your Majesty.
Now to confirm, not an ass man. That's the second time he's shot down butts in this conversation.
Uh-huh. Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we have to do is look up a monk with a mark on the same spot.
I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hits.
That will not be necessary if you seek information on the clergy. I have it all right here. Oh my, you never cease to amaze. So, tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? No.
Hmm.
Good stream, everybody. That is just one, and his name is Real Nemo. Became a monk 20 years ago. 20 years? And that must be the victim's real name. His real Nemo.
His real name.
But why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one? Yeah, there must have been some reason.
Nick, that's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name.
You're right. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work. Huh. A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance. This is entirely unprecedented. Heh. You're but digging your own grave, Defense. We won't know that until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope.
Okay, I'm not sure if we're going to get to a pause point. Or if we're just going to jump right into the seance. So, we've hit the top of the stream hour. So we need to go ahead and take our hourly ad break to take the pre-roll ads off for you guys. So, if you want to hang tight here real quick, we will be right back after a few minutes here. And I will see you guys in just a minute. Okay, we are back.
Wow.
Also, I don't know why the music went out, because I'm 99% sure I tested it before stream. I made sure that it was registering. And then whenever you mentioned that you couldn't hear it shy, I glanced over and I'm like, it's not registering? Why is it not registering? Who can say? Okay. Let's see what is our only hope.
Very well. Let the divination seance be held once more.
Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You are a fool, Barbed Head, and your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me. For the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise.
Bring it on, princess. Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights.
You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence.
Shiso 様の名のもとに御霊の託
Are
戦
we
の
gonna
儀
go
式
through
を
this
執り
all
行う
again?
皆の者目を開き耳を傾けよ
Maybe you could hurry it up a little this time, Rifa.
奉納の舞をもって被害者の御霊を呼び戻さん
We've already spent 5 minutes going through
Talk to me,
the dance devotion.
水鏡に映し出されし最後の記憶を
It like cuts her off really weird. Like she has this echo and the echo gets cut off before it finishes. Poor Rifa. Can we? Oh man. Thanks, man. A real one ace attorney. Pain. Alright, everyone. Let's wrap this up here. It was Winston Payne.
Get him. Oh my. It's just as Mr. Wright surmised. Ray-Zalot wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground. You seem terribly disappointed. I take it you do not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts? Nerd.
Standard Phoenix noise.
I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt. And that? You did? Ha 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 ha. A most surprising surprise attack. So tell us, Prosecutor Satmadi, what is this conclusive evidence that you have found? The Plume Punisher's theme song that the deceased heard. Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during her interrogation.
Hey, that's my Plum Punisher strap.
You press the Magatama on the Plume Punisher's belt. Ah! Why would she be playing it while she stabs somebody, though?
It's her calling card? I don't know.
See- I guess. So the calling card is normally left at the scene of the crime, not left in the memories of the dead.
Oh well, this is Corain we're talking about here. This is innovation for a calling card. She needed her theme song to hype herself up.
For murder! Seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime. Sure. This strap is an extremely rare item, is it not, Miss Faye?
Yeah, and she got it from some super fan because she traded.
You better not break it. There's only one of those in the whole wide world.
Thanks, Maya. Maya, no!
Phoenix. I'm remembering things from like a month ago, which is amazing. Phoenix, I just need you to remember some facts that happened like 3 days ago for you, dude.
It is just as I said. Your flight of fancies have come crashing down on you. She sure seems to be enjoying this.
Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either.
It is time to accept the fact of It is time to accept the fact that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence. My brain didn't process the words in front of me. So I was like, let me just do that again. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused.
That is as conclusive as evidence can get. Now then, if there are no further objections...
Of course we do.
Slow down there, Your Majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument. What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance?
Yes.
Oh, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. That's never stopped me before.
Phoenix. Phoenix, the wing is coming out of your pocket, sir.
The divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly.
You do not know when you are beaten, do you, you foolish lawyer? Can I say foolish fool? Realize it's the wrong character. I wasn't even
fool, who
there
fools
for that
foolishly.
one. I am the one who speaks for the Marama of the deceased.
I am Rafa. I speak for the trees.
If you believe there are errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it.
You can still make that rhyme. You can say, I'm Rafe, I speak for the deceased. That rhyme is really bad. Match with the original saying. Rafe is insight.
The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night at the right. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Then someone was there, and the theme to the plump Punisher filled the air. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged her knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant, he was departed from this world. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments.
But Neverlin's insights have painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true. I didn't notice any holes there. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. I'll just have to go over each and every one of the deceased sensations very carefully. It's a hell of a sentence.
Oh god, what are the keys on this one again? There's too many. Wait. Pause. Stop. Stop. Don't move. I need to reacquaint myself with these keys. Z and B. Z, B, and M. Or... I want to look at... Starts at noon on the day before the rite and must be finished by 3 p.m. the same day. ZBM Zaboomafoo? Obviously, that's only what ZBM stands for.
Mm-hmm.
We have... As I feel like we probably want to start with the contradiction about, I think the timing is incorrect. Because he still smells like Gengil. Which, if I remember correctly, you're supposed to eat it the day before, was it? So you don't smell like it before the rite, or during the rite. Yeah, the day before the rite. It must finish by 3 p.m. the same day. But it doesn't specifically say the timing on that. But we could associate that with that. That's my thoughts, at least. But I feel like that's a little too straightforward, and I feel concerned how confident I am in that thought process. Being confident in Ace Attorney has never worked out for me. I feel like I have like a 1 out of 30 track record with that. We already at... I guess this one?
Was it really the night of the rite?
What do you mean? It could not be otherwise. The accused slew acolyte Zealot after killing the high priest during the purification rites.
The only problem is the deceased spirit does not corroborate that.
What's this?
Take a good look at what the victim smelled. You see how it says gingill? Acolyte Zealot shouldn't have smelled any gingill on the night of the rite. All I can think of is Dylan from that cooking show going ginger. What do you mean? Let me back up my statement with some evidence for you. This should explain how the victim couldn't have smelled gingill on the night of the rite.
Please be the statement.
My priest's wife, believe in me, told me about the Feast of Blessings. The feast includes a number of gingill-based dishes. And they're only supposed to be served at a certain time of the day before the rite. I believe you're right. I'd completely forgotten about that. During the feast, the unique smell of gingill pervades the entire kingdom. The fact that the victim smelled it means he was murdered between noon and 3 p.m. the day before the purification rite.
I'm not so easily fooled. Does that autopsy report not make it clear? The estimated time of death was during the rites.
He also got frozen, though. What does his autopsy even say, actually?
Good question.
Not much. There was a frost that night, Rafa.
Oh, right. I told her about that yesterday. Forgive me, your benevolence. The estimated time of death is just that. An estimate. Depending on the circumstances, it's possible for it to change.
What is this?
Like, if the body was kept cold, the slow rate of decay makes the death seem more recent. I believe I have heard something of the sort before. Huh. It is as if it is as Mr. Wright claims. I don't know why that combination of two-letter words fucked me up, but apparently it does. The estimated time of death in the autopsy report will have to be revised.
The last autopsy report added in the court record.
Mm-hmm.
Barbed head, you blinded me with science.
I'm in the background. Yay!
Science. Sorry. Wait, what am I apologizing for?
You're the one who blinded her with science. Duh. No matter. A murder may have occurred in the afternoon hours the day before the rites. Nevertheless, The murder weapon which the accused prints on it was... The murder weapon with the accused prints on it is incontrovertible.
Incontrovertible.
Uncontrovertible evidence.
There you go.
I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth. The time of death has been corrected, leaving my insight infallible. Nick!
Changing the time of death is bound to cause some sort of inconsistency. I had something that showed what it was like on that day. It could really help.
Like a newspaper weather report?
Also, with that pattern, this could just as easily be inside the grotto or whatever the fuck behind the fountain.
Ah, it's true.
That's like a point Q, but
Maybe, yeah. Trying to fool us. What did I come in here for? The weather report. Till yesterday has melted, the right canal. Give thanks to the blessing of the Holy Mother and Lady Kira Hapiraki. The thick white ice that froze the ground from the inner sanctum to the plaza devotion until yesterday has melted. It's probably just that, yeah? Now we're saying that he died May 8th. So theoretically, it should have been frozen over? Is that what we're getting at here? So I don't think it really matters which one we go on. Because all of them except the first one we can see the ground and it's not covered in a layer of ice like it is where I'm at right now.
Your benevolence. Isn't this statement inconsistent with the vision?
Phoenix, please. I'm trying very hard, okay? I got one. I got one. They're like, no. No more.
That's enough out of you.
Inconsistent? I think not.
Exactly. That's where the inconsistency lies. I got that. No, I believe it is in the defense's thought process that the inconsistency lies. Guess there wasn't an inconsistency there after all.
No, there was though. There was. Tired of your daily smacking. I don't want to be smacked. I don't want to be smacked.
Too late. You're getting smacked.
Uno reverse card. I'm not
okay.
smacked. You can have your smack back, Judge. Okay. What did Phoenix say? Phoenix? I don't have my log. Okay. I swear Phoenix said something along the lines that he wanted to find a consistency in the not atmosphere, but the conditions.
The weather that day.
Yeah. So did I just miss? I don't know what I missed. Or if it's just gonna be very specific, like, oh, you can see the ground in 4 out of 5 of these, but you can only present it on this one. I'll be sad if that is the answer. Forecasts the weather, and like curious activities among other things. The thick white ice that froze the ground from the inner sanctum to the Plaza Devotion until yesterday has melted. The rite can now go on as planned. I'm really to everything, but I have a cup of hot chocolate. It's very cozy. I thought about getting a cup of hot chocolate before sitting down and stream tonight, but I decided that I didn't want to go to the effort. Not that's a big effort, but to go find my mugs and make a cup of hot chocolate. They're like, nah. But it's very cold here, so the thought of hot chocolate is very nice.
I in Hello Kitty Adventure because I got a cinnamon roll to Mac's friendship. One of the outfits I got from him was a cup of hot chocolate. Like you could just be a mug of hot chocolate.
Like, you're a hot chocolate mascot.
yeah, basically.
Hot chocolate mascot from Cinnamoroll. Thanks, bud.
Yeah. Giving me so many outfits. It's crazy.
Oh, I probably had the wrong tag here. Not tag. Text. Let's just try this again. That sounds better.
Changing the date and time of the crime has caused a new inconsistency to surface.
What's this? You're making that irritating face again. Cease that at once.
What? The face that you make like 90% of the time in here?
Sorry, but this is the face I was born with. Now let's focus on what is important. What the victim saw in his final moments.
Oh, shit, sorry, I didn't realize this was my line. You have bats in the belfry, Barbed Head. There's nothing to see. The ground at the plaza was all that entered the victim's eyes.
And that's what I find so strange. On the day before the riot, it should have been impossible to see the pattern on the ground. Impossible, you say? Do explain. This piece of evidence shows why the plaza's ground was not visible that day.
The newspaper.
This newspaper has an article that is tiny in size but huge in importance. It says that the ground was covered with thick white ice the day before the raid.
What? But...
The victim did not see so much as an ice cube on the ground. Exactly. And so we must ask, what was the victim looking at in his final moments?
If you have something to say, then say it.
Last thing the victim saw was not the ground of the Plaza of Devotion. This can only mean that he was killed elsewhere. What? Nani?
Nani the fuck?
Then where do you propose the victim was actually killed?
Yes, tell us where. Otherwise, your argument is worthless.
About that. I hadn't gotten to that part yet. Any ideas, Maya?
Let me think. Well, it's something green and shaggy, right?
Right, but where could that be? ¿Dónde está?
What is it, Barbed Head? Giving up already?
Not at all. Where have I seen something green and shaggy? Scooby-Doo. This shows where the victim was killed.
Scooby and Shaggy just walk in on this guy murdered. Shaggy's like, "Oh geez, Scoob, I think someone's been murdered in here." Where are you? You know, maybe little thing there.
Secret hideout the rebels were using.
The rebel hideouts. There was no such place anywhere on the floor of that chamber.
You're absolutely right. There's no place on the floor, anyway. And what did the victim see in his final moments if not the floor of the rebel hideout?
Good night, CJ. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good one.
No.
This is what the victim saw in his final moments.
I wonder where it might be. Who can say?
The shaggy green surface the victim saw was one of the moss-covered stone slabs. As you can see, there are two distinct hand-shaped impressions in the moss here. Finally, the victim was killed while he stood there with the hands pressed against the slab. That does agree with the seance vision. However, one cannot definitely declare they are one and the same. I concur. There's no proof that a murder occurred in the rebel hideout. Well, about that.
Indeed. What evidence do you have of this?
Here, let me point out. Let me point out to the other part of this picture here.
I've already shown you the evidence. What do you mean? Let's take a look at the second version of the photo I just showed you. You can see the results of the luminol test I performed in the rebel hideout. This is proof positive that someone had been bleeding in front of that stone slab.
The judge like, Mr. Wright, you've taken a red Sharpie to your picture.
For effect. Is this true? This information has already been provided to the police. Detective Sky, to whom does this blood belong?
We thought it was a high priest blood that flowed in from outside. So we haven't tested it yet.
You must do so at once.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Appears the police have finished testing the blood. Detective Shy, your report, please.
The blood found in the rebel hideout belongs to Perez a lot, just like the defense claims.
Detective Sky, do you realize what your blunder has done to me?
Damn right I do.
This trial concludes. I will see you in my prayer chamber. There I will deliver a joyous sermon unto you for 8 hours straight.
I'm really sorry, but please anything but that.
Maybe, just maybe. This is a chance we've been waiting for.
Yep, it would seem so. I hate to do this to Emma, but...
Go for it. It's full speed ahead.
The victim was killed in the rebel hideout the day before the purification rite. Then his body was moved to the Plaza of Devotion by someone we've yet to identify. So, when we thought we saw Acolyte Zealot praying praying during the rite, he was already dead.
Yarg!
And that's not all. If he was killed at the Inner Sanctum, that would explain one more thing. And that would be... how the time of death was made to look later than it actually was. The proof of which was left behind at the Sanctum. This points to how the time of death was made to appear later than it actually was.
They just like... we implying they let him out of blood? They're just like, here, let's drain this man. This points to how the time of death was made to appear later than it actually was.
I assumed it was the cold, but...
Did we present the newspaper then in that case?
My other thought is the Plume Punisher strap, because the clock in there also does the theme song.
That's true. Also, hi Mila. Thank you for the hydrate.
Hello!
Wow.
This points to how the time of death was made to appear later than it actually was. I think the Plume Punisher thought might be point F down the road. It's a good thought, but I think we need to put a pin in it. The time it was made to appear later than it actually was. This points to how the time of death was made to appear later than it actually was. Did he just keep him on ice? I'm not sure why that'd be cracked, but... They just bury him in the snow?
Maybe.
And dug him out?
Why, these are orders of the inner sanctum. I'd like you to focus on this one. The proof is right here in this photo. This is how the time of death was made to appear later than it really was. You see how the snow has been removed from this one spot only? That's because it was used to keep the victim's body cold. And that's why the time of death wasn't what it seemed.
The time was mistaken, and the place too. And just what do you believe that proves?
That my client is innocent.
Say it with more conviction, Phoenix. They'll sense your weakness. They smell the fear. Say it with more conviction.
Whatever fingerprints on the dagger and the plum punisher theme the victim heard. You have failed to address these two key pieces of evidence.
Yeah. I see your point.
Wasn't this your big chance, Nick?
Oh, shut up, Maya.
I'm really hoping that the difference in location can invalidate either the weapon or the theme song from being used as evidence against you.
Actually, that might be possible. At least for one of them.
Really?
What's this? You say you can contradict our argument for a key piece of evidence? Very well. Let us see you try. Nick, take a good look at the rebel hideout photo.
Oh. The defense can invalidate this piece of evidence.
The Plum Punisher theme. I think.
That's my thought.
I don't know what else it would prove. The Plume Punisher theme? And how do you intend to support such a claim?
Since the murder happened in the rebel hideout, there's something that played the theme song, other than my client's strap. It wasn't the strap. It is true. The item that played the Plume Punisher theme song was this pitchfork.
Damn. That's some niche marketing there for merch. You would have pitchfork that when you stab your enemies, it plays the Plume Punisher theme song?
Yep, because that is the main purpose of a pitchfork.
Yep.
This is a Plume Punisher alarm clock. I believe the victim heard its alarm go off.
What proof do you have that the alarm went off?
What proof do you have that it was my client Strap that played the theme song?
Yeah, do not twist the facts with your lawyerly wills. Either way, the accused would still be guilty based off of her prints on the murder weapon. And here is what really happens. Though there have been some twists and turns, that is the truth of what happens.
Arg. I won't get anywhere until I can eliminate the dagger. Most impressive, your benevolence. I see no inconsistencies anywhere in the prosecution's case. No, there is one. Watch this. You still claim there to be an inconsistency.
Try as you might, the outcome will always be the same.
Victim stood with his hands on the stone slab in the hideout. It was the afternoon of the day before the riot. And someone was there, and the theme of the plume punisher filled the air. The accused plunged her knife into a defenseless victim's neck. The blades looked true, and that instant he departed his role. The ones that changed was this one, and that one. No. That one. Well, we hit the top of the stream hour again. So let's go ahead and dwell on this for a second here as we take our ad break. So, if you guys want to hang tight here real quick, we'll be right back after this. And we will continue pondering what actually happened to Praise a Lot. So see you guys in just a minute. Hey, we are back. Thank you for celebrate. You know what I did with all that time we were away? I did not think about I did not think about the question in hand here. Thank you for the
You
celebrate.
lunched on snacks.
I did. I chowed down on some sun chips.
A long time since I've had some chips.
Honestly, me too. Before I got these, just because I saw my manager eating them, I was like, oh man, you know what? It's been a while. I want to get them. And now that I've gotten them, I'm like, yeah, sun chips. That's all I've been buying.
Sun chips in this economy?
They are
They're
expensive, though.
expensive.
Yeah. They are expensive.
That's my. I'm obsessed with the Smart Pop white cheddar popcorn. That they have. Though now I find they're like they're skimping out on the white cheddar flavor nowadays. But man, they were so good, and they're like so expensive.
Yeah. How do I hit the others with these? Hope one randomly falls in their direction. That's how.
Also, there's something about this music that's playing that has like a Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild vibe. I don't know if you hear that, Soph.
I can't help you with that one.
It's-
I'm sorry.
Because those games are predominantly like ambiance music.
Yeah. And it gives me like vibes of like whenever you're like in like the Underdark or the like near Ganon goops. You know, it's just like that like spooky kind of sounds.
Ocarina of Time, Forest Temple soundtrack. If you know, you know.
I think they might just honestly be using similar instruments potentially, which is also why it would potentially sound similar.
That would do it.
Yeah. Plus, not that I've played Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, or Ocarina of Time, but from what little I have consumed of Legend of Zelda and watching a friend play, the kind of like, I don't know, like the hand drum kind of sounds vaguely tribal, which I kind of associate with some areas I'd seen in Legend of Zelda, where it just kind of has that. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels like, I don't know, like a tribal cultural type of thing with the music too. Kind of adds to it because you get the other sounds that kind of have the normal spooky noises.
Yeah.
I don't know about taiko. Maybe bongo. It sounds like a hand drum versus something actually hitting a drum, like a stick or something.
Mm-hmm. I get you. And there's a God, what are those ancient people called again in Tears of the Kingdom?
Zonai?
Yeah, they kind of have like a tribal theme going on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would fit with the whole, at least with Legend of Zelda and the tribal thing. No, it's like very much sounds that remind me of like whenever you're near like Zonai stuff or stuff that's been taken over by Ganon. They both use like very like spooky kind of mysterious musics.
Okay, what were we trying to achieve here again?
Something about the dagger.
Yeah.
Right, we need to eliminate the dagger. The victim stood with his hands on the stone slab, not the stone stab, in the hideout. Wrong one to change. It was the afternoon on the day before the murder. Yes, before the murder, before the riot. And someone was there, and the theme to the plume punisher filled the air. The accused plunged her knife into the defenseless victim's neck. The blade shot true, and that instant he departed from this world. Okay, I can't remember which one's changed this part. I remember this one changed. I don't remember what the second one was changed though. Was it that one or that one?
I think it was one of them that got changed. Definitely was. It was the afternoon before the riot.
Yes, I do remember
I don't
that
know
one
if that was
because
the
it got
first or
shorter.
second one.
That one got shorter, but I
Yeah.
can't remember what the other one was.
I think it was with the victim stood with his hands on the stone slab. I think is the other one that got changed. Because we originally thought he was out praying, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Do you want a hint?
Is this one really rough to get to?
If you're just focusing on the fact that you're trying to figure out the knife, it might be. I don't know if that helped or made things more confusing. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Potentially a unnecessary thought, but looking at the way it's stabbed into him, I find it interesting that they went with that approach, because that would imply that... Oops, I went back. That would imply if the beak is facing towards his head, then the curve of the blade is going on an up kind of angle. You would think if you're going to attack someone with a blade, it would be on a downward angle. But I could just be overthinking it.
I'm not too sure.
I guess it also depends if the blade's
If I
double-sided
understand.
too.
I was gonna say, it might depend on how they decide to grip it. Because you have because it could be like a reverse grip.
Yeah,
or something.
my instinct at the very least, if I were to grab a curved blade like this, I would have the curve face down. So if I was holding it in my hands, like my thumb was gripping the back of the dagger handle, and the knife is facing towards my victim, and I was going to stab them overhand, right? If I wanted to get a good clean shot, I personally would turn it to where the blade is also facing on a downward trajectory, so when my hand comes down to stab, then it would stab my victim. It feels like it would be a lot more effort to do like an upward trajectory, unless you just came down disregarding the slant of the dagger. But again, could be a thought that plays no meaning into this. An observation that no one will ever use towards Maya's acquittal. The victim stood with his hands on the stone slab in the hideout.
I would also urge you to look at the other sensations that we've seen in that seance.
Heavy. That's probably the stab. Heavy. What would be heavy? Because this also changes his... With this change of his position, it's not easy for someone to just, like, you know, bear down on him and hold him down. To where that could be the heavy. Theoretically, it would be... We're assuming that he's upright. Right? So, granted, heavy could still be placed, like, on his head or shoulders. But heavy could also be just pushing him up against the stone tablet. Like he's being squished. What would squish him, though? Would the door spin and squish him? I don't think so. I don't know, my brain's going to like this kind of Rube Goldberg machine of the alarm clock goes off and the door starts spinning and something hits something else and then the door just like shoves the knife in his back. There is blood on... Oh, okay. It's coming down on him. So he wasn't necessarily up against the stone slab so much as maybe holding it up? Is the heaviness the slab falling on him? Because it looks like it was getting closer to him. Instead of him getting closer to it. Second picture just more to the right and slightly down. I was trying to figure out the difference between, like, obviously there's more blood in the second picture, but I was like, they're almost the same. This one's just slightly down and out in comparison to the first picture.
I feel like if the stone slab fell on him, it would crush him.
Yeah. Doesn't that chain? That chain was the door handle, right? To spin it back open.
Yeah.
Whom punishes your theme, Gingil? Heavy. Heavy. Also, oh, well. Who's to say when the blood actually trickled down? Because I was about to say, I was thinking the lack of blood over his clothes is kind of amazing, considering how much blood filled, theoretically, what we assumed to be the blood that filled the fountain, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is blood trailing down his neck, though. What were you doing in here? What happened to you?
While you try to figure that out, I'm going to go grab some tea.
Please do. Get some tea. Pain.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Spoiler alert, I have made no progress on any thoughts since you left. I'm trying to think of it from the other way too, right? Where if the stone's not falling on him, something's pushing him towards it, but what's pushing him towards it?
I don't know if you want me to give you any answers or confirm anything.
Is the statue in the way? Is that what's squishing him?
No,
No.
no.
He gets stabbed by the statue.
I know, I was thinking that.
No.
Because it's all covered in blood, right? It's a little low though. But I'm thinking, okay, if he's being squished or something heavy's on him, but it's not the stone slab that he's holding with his hand, not holding, but like embracing with his hands, I don't know. Do you have a little hint, Aria? Or is the hint only a big hint?
You're right that something's falling on him.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to give you more information than that. Hello, Lily.
Have I proposed an idea or parts of an idea that have been correct?
Yes.
Okay. Other than something falling on him, obviously.
Yeah.
You're like, yep, I just told you what was correct, Michi. But hi, welcome in. Thank you for rating in, Lily. How was Chrono Cross tonight? Oh, welcome to Ace Attorney Night. I don't know what to think. I don't. We're riddling out the divination seance.
What we're trying to do here is figure out how he died.
Mm-hmm.
Without it potentially being the dagger.
The dagger, yeah.
Because we want to rule
it.
that out. Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out a way that he got stabbed without the dagger being involved.
Well,
No.
or a different way that he died.
Ish. Yeah.
I don't know. My hang up with this is that if he had gotten crushed, then why didn't the autopsy be like, hey, his bones are fucked up?
They didn't even test the blood inside. I don't think they're going to do their job.
Aria, like, this man has been crushed. I can't tell you. I can't tell you outright, but this man has been crushed. Bye, Chai.
Karenists are like, we're full of bones? I thought that our bodies were held up by good virtues. I'm like, alright. You also still use leeches and bore holes in your skull when you get headaches.
We know what spinal cords are, but we don't know what bones are. His hands on the stone slab. It was the afternoon on the day before the rite. And someone's there. Huge plunger knife in the defenseless victim's neck. So we're trying to eliminate the dagger. This would probably be the phrase. I would think that we would be like, aha! Unless there's something that just supports, like it supports something else versus contradicts this. Heavy pain. Part of me is also just like imagining they've got just like the dagger like taped right here pointing upward. And so they're like, we're just going to push this stone slab slowly on top of you until it just pushes you right down into the dagger.
I will say that the stabbing part is going to come after this point that you want to make first. If that helps at all.
Okay. We're eliminating the dagger by not yet specifically talking about the stab.
Mhm.
No.
No?
Oh, I meant no about the. Sorry.
You are correct. No, we don't want to talk about the stab.
Well, we
Correct?
do want to talk about the stab. We just not. That's point C. We're at point B.
Point B, we don't want to talk about the stab. Point B, we want to
No.
figure out how to eliminate the dagger without talking about the stab yet.
Yeah. The stab is next.
Okay, don't think
Point-
about the stab.
Point B
Not-
for bones crushed.
Can I?
Because I
get
feel
a
like at the
bonus?
moment you are focusing on the dagger and the stabby part when that's not exactly what you're looking for in the divination seance right now.
We don't want to talk about the dagger and the stabby.
No.
We want to figure out the lead up before dagger and stabby.
Yeah.
We want to propose a different way he might have died. Is there anything else in the autopsy report?
Not really.
No.
So, would it be safe to assume we're just assuming it's crushing him? That simple as that? That's what we're offering as what killed him? As we're totally ignoring the dagger, we're just saying that pain is him being crushed to death.
Yes.
Heavier pain. Oops, no, that's not what I meant.
I will say, yeah, it's the fourth. It's the fourth
Pain.
little blue bowl.
Heavy.
How heavy?
And then are we just, again, showing the picture being like, look, he got crunch.
You want to... How do you do the like little presenty thingy with the seance itself, not like
Oh,
present
gotcha.
evidence?
This.
Yeah.
We want to touch.
Yeah.
And it took us this long to get here, folks. I don't even know how long that was. It feels like, God, over half, like 40 minutes because we did this before. I think we were on this before we went to ad break. Gee, my knees. Has it really been 40 minutes?
You got hung up on the dagger.
Yeah.
I was trying to get rid of the dagger, so I was thinking of why we couldn't use a dagger.
Well, the thing is, we need to eliminate the dagger altogether because the Maya's prints are on it, so we need to come up with a different idea with how he died. Without the dagger being involved.
The victim was originally thought to have been stabbed while bent over in prayer. But he was actually standing with his hands against the stone slab. So the question is, where did the sensation of something heavy come from? Ah, yes, I see your point. Since the victim was standing, he couldn't have been held down. Well, and tell us, Mr. Wright, what was that heavy sensation felt by the victim? Huh. What caused the heavy sensations Zalot felt? Any thoughts, Maya?
I agree. That sense of heaviness seemed important, but there's also a matter of Zealot's hands on the stone stab. Why were they even there?
Could it be related to the cause of the heavy sensation? Well, Mr. Wright, do you have an answer for us? Of course! I just envision the state Zalot was in when he was killed. The cause of the heaviness the victim felt was...
Obviously, the culprit jumping on him.
Give me a piggyback ride! Dies.
That's my piggyback.
The only conceivable cause is... the stone slab falling over, trapping the victim underneath. What?
Oh! The stone slab came falling down on him, crushing him underneath.
Right. That was the cause of the heavy sensation the victim felt. While your theory is impressive, you have overlooked the key fact. The victim was not crushed to death. Rather, he was stabbed. Oh, yeah. What do you claim that the dagger was plunged in after the slab had fallen on him? Plus, had the killer been behind the victim, they would have both been crushed together. Well, would you care to explain? Sure, I'd love to. That doesn't mean I can. Huh. How could the dagger have been plunged in after the slab fell on the victim? The killer couldn't have plunged the dagger into the victim after the slab fell on him. What if the murder weapon wasn't what we thought it was? Well, there were other weapons in the rebel hideout. But the entrance to the hideout is right by the stone slab. There isn't enough space between the two to use any of the weapons found within. Yeah, there's not much space by the entrance, is there?
Did he fall in the warp bag statue?
So, what was the real murder weapon then? I better think of something.
If the murder weapon wasn't the dagger, then the dagger must have been plunged into the victim after he was already dead. That means he was stabbed at least twice, but the autopsy doesn't mention that.
Then he must have been stabbed in the same spot with something shaped like the dagger. The defense could offer an explanation sometime this century. Wait, wasn't there something dagger-like near the scene of the crime? Something that has a shape similar to the Warbad dagger? I feel like I pitched the idea of the statue stabbing him.
You did.
Present your evidence at this time, Mr. Wright. This shows what really killed the victim.
That picture. It's kind of glowing. don't have any other ideas, and every time I get smacked on the hand.
It is not the photo from the scene of the High Priest's murder. Are you suggesting the murder weapon is hidden therein? This is what really took Perez-a-Lot's life. But that is the...
Warbad statue.
Exactly. Warbad statue has dagger-like feathers protruding from it. That's what really took the victim's life. You imbecilic fool! The statue is outside of the hideout. What do you propose to impale someone who was inside? Haven't you heard? Warbad statue also functions as the hideout's door. What do you mean? The statue can pull a complete switcheroo. A switch-eroo? To put it simply, it's a revolving door. Revolving door? Aye, that makes perfect sense. Therefore, I believe the truth behind the divination seance to be this. As the victim entered the secret hideout, the stone sculpture came toppling toward him. He threw up his hands to stop it, but its weight forced him backwards. Fortunately, the Warbad statue was right behind him.
This cannot be. The accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger.
She had held it while rehearsing for the rite, which is when her prints got on it. Gah. This is a shocking turn of events, but there's a great deal of circumstantial evidence in the defense's favor. I believe we must accept that the Warbad statue was what killed the victim.
Considering it's also like glazed in blood. Warbad statue.
I don't know how that man exploded with blood, but he must be an anime protagonist or something.
I don't know, maybe he just had like really high blood pressure. Like he was really tense, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it works. Warbad statue added to the court record.
Now that we know how Acolyte Zealot really met his demise, there's no basis for claiming my client committed this crime.
Nice work, Nick. How can this be happening yet again? The divination seance is the only truth.
Yes, you just don't know how to read it.
No, your benevolence. It's not the truth itself, but it is a means for shedding light on the truth.
Yeah.
Do you understand now? Your kingdom needs lawyers so that they can interpret your insights.
But that means I have been misinterpreting the voices of the spirits all this time.
Your benevolence, are you unwell? All the colors drained from your face.
I will be fine. Continue your proceedings without me.
There was only a tiny robot, Soph.
Beep boop.
See, he's back to normal.
As you wish. I feel kind of bad for her. Now then, how did the revenge continue? Please explain what you have learned now that we know how the victim actually died. Acolyte Zalot was killed in the hideout before the High Priest's murder. That means the body found at the Plaza of Devotion was moved there by the real killer. But only after the Warbad dagger was thrust into him. To make it look like a murder weapon. That does seem to agree with what we now know. But why would the real killer go to such lengths? I believe stabbing Acolyte Zalot's body with the dagger and moving it to the plaza was
To make it look
a
like
crime
a
committed for fun.
You know, just a crime of passion.
Like a murder bond.
A little murder as a treat.
I'm really fine.
Make it look like a serial murder.
It was an attempt to make my client look like a serial killer. That's right. The real killer planned all of this. This forged serial murder case. It did?
That's it, Nick. Keep hammering away.
サトラ今を何度も覚まし出たし抜け誰がさよそのか
Your reasoning has more holes in it than the cheese you foreigners so enjoy. What? Like those putrid little clumps of curds that only a rat like you could love. Your reasoning, much like your putrid hole-ridden brain, has putrefied.
Yeah, there's other words than putrid and its various forms, sir.
It's like he's just saying fool over and over again.
Yeah.
What's his deal with things going putrid?
He has no other words.
You
That's
afraid-
his fancy word for the day.
Does he just have a bunch of things living in the back of his fridge?
Yeah. He's just got a colony of fuzz in his fridge.
You've yet to overturn my argument that the accused is the killer. A careful analysis of the chain of events up to the killing exposes the truth as follows. Disguised as Lady Kira, the accused found the rebel hideout the day before the riot. But Acolyte Zalot had followed her there after noticing her suspicious behavior. Caught by surprise, she pushed the stone slab toward him. And we know the rest.
I've never been to the rebel hideout in my life.
When the High Priest arrived at the sanctum the next day, he realized what she had done. That is when the accused murdered him in order to silence him.
Didn't the robes smell like an herb or something, or like incense? Maybe incense?
I don't remember.
Cause some reason I feel like I remember that the robes had a distinct scent about them.
I don't remember what they smelled like, but I remember us calling them stinky because Rafa got mad.
That's true, yeah. If we did get mad. I don't know. Food for thought. We have to prove that she did not dress up as Lady Kira and jump into the hideout and push the stone slab on him because there's no incense smell.
Ah. I believe Prosecutor Sadmati has posed a compelling scenario. The defense, on the other hand, has yet to disprove the accused's guilt. Why did my client move Acolyte Zealot's body to where everyone could see it? And why would she stab the dagger with her fingerprints into his dead body? She had no reason to do any of those things. The dagger in this corpse was likely a warning to the rebels. Something along the lines of Lady Kira will slay the Defiant Dragons. So that is why she moved the body to the plaza for all to see. Now he has the judge convinced too. Thought I'd finally make some headway. Well, Mr. Wright, about time for one of your groans of distress, is it not? Groan of distress? It's a terrible spell. Kills me to admit this, but I've got nothing to counter his argument with. And I still haven't disproven the allegations against Maya. Is it not time to end your futile struggle? You were already judged guilty yesterday. That makes you a dead lawyer walking. Accept the death that now awaits you, and in doing so, finally know peace. A dead lawyer walking indeed. Then again, are not all lawyers who practice in Garain. But I must admit, I misspoke earlier. Allow me to amend my statement. I had said the defense's reasoning had a putrid cheese-like smell. But I now realize the scent was from his own putrid body on the verge of death.
Dude.
Now I am a rotting zombie. Think, who could have killed Zealot the day before the rite? Who knew about the rebel hideout? Who could gain access to the inner sanctum?
Only those involved with the rite can enter the sanctum, so...
Wait a second. Only a rebel would have known about the secret hideout. And the only person who was involved with the rite had access to the sanctum. And was suspected of being a rebel is... Ah!
Did somebody come to mind?
Maybe.
Yes, except there's one huge problem.
A huge problem?
What are you two going on about? Plotting your escape from this sacred hall? I would not put it past you, considering you have no means to raise further objection. Don't do something. Prosecutor Sadmati will have his one in the bag. I'll just have to bluff my way out of this, regardless of that huge problem. Your Majesty, I believe there is another suspect in Parade Zealot's murder. Even the most benevolent Holy Mother would not forgive such a desperate lie.
Technically, it's not a lie. We do believe someone else did it because it's not Maya over here. I almost said Aria.
After all, you know very well that such a person does not exist. Now, there is one person who knew everything. Does such a figure truly exist? Tell us, who might that be? I believe the prime suspect in Acolyte Zealot's murder is...
No, not Albie. Okay, we've hit the top of the stream hour though, so we're gonna take our ad break here real quick. So if you guys want to hang tight real quick, and wait to hear who we think the prime suspect is, we'll be right back into this. So see you guys in just a minute. Alrighty, we are back, and it's time to point the finger who we think is a prime suspect. My assumption was it's Trust in Me, yeah?
Yeah.
Because we already thought,
Yeah.
I think he's a rebel, right? And also he's per the right. That's my thought at the moment, at least.
It had to be someone allowed to enter the sanctum and who knew of the hideout.
Thank you for the celebrate, twin.
And that would be the High Priest. He could have committed the crime if it occurred the day before the rite. You'd pin the crime upon the dead, knowing very well they tell no tales.
Well, technically to do with the divination seance, but that's besides the point.
Have you no shame? Dead men tell no tales. That is definitely a problem. If only the High Priest could tell his side of the story.
Maya. Maya, you wanna whip out that super secret forbidden, super secret forbidden, skill you got there?
She's gonna become the president of Korean.
What? Do I have something on my face?
Wait a second. Could this actually work?
Oh no. Don't tell me I have some of my breakfast cup between my teeth.
No, if there's even the slightest possibility, I'll have to go with it. Your Majesty. Dead men do tell tales. Therefore, I would like to request the High Priest testimony. His testimony. And just how do you propose we get the deceased to testify? There's a way for the dead to testify. It's known as...
Divination seance! Channeling.
Summon him here by the means of spirit channeling. What did you just say? Peace! I'm frankly astonished to even know of such a thing. I thought you were stupid. But spirit channeling is a secret art that only Her Eminence Queen Garan can perform. And Her Eminence is far too busy with other duties to perform it at our pleasure. I suspected as much. And our only hope is...
Maya, you're going to die anyway, so let's try not to die for this part at least.
It's okay, Nick. You can tell them.
But Maya... I thought you wanted to keep it a secret here in Korean.
Don't worry. It's not like it's against the law or violates some religious precepts, so... I don't think we'll be punished. At least, I hope not.
Well, this is a crucial period for you. We'll decide whether you become Master of Korean.
We don't have any other choice now, do we? If I'm found guilty, it'll be a lot worse than not becoming the master of Korean.
Alright. Thanks, Maya. Actually, there is someone here who's capable of channeling spirits. But even the benevolent Princess Reva finds the divination seance to be a challenge.
She's just weak.
Who could possibly have greater spiritual power than she, aside from the Queen?
That would be me.
Peace, peace, I say. Is this true? Is the accused capable of performing the secret art of spirit channeling?
Well, yes, I can.
Now, Your Majesty, we'd like your permission to begin. Your benevolence.
This is an outrage. An outrage, I say. First, you make a mockery of the divination seance, and now spirit channeling? Still your voices. Barbed head. Spirit channeling is the most sacred and secret of arts. Are you prepared to face the consequences of what you propose?
Well, it's either die or potentially die. So I'd rather go with this where we may not die.
Yes, I am. Your benevolence, are you saying you approve of their use of spirit channeling?
I will judge whether their claim is true. If it is but another of their lies, they shall be executed on the spot.
Very well, then. Your benevolence? What if the accused accidentally calls forth an evil spirit?
Do you truly believe this foreigner is capable of channeling spirits?
Maya summon an evil spirit now.
Oh, no, but I wanted to be sure, as I am responsible for the safety of all present.
Well, an inexperienced practitioner could inadvertently call forth a dangerous spirit. But do not fear, for I have the Megatama of parting. With it, I can send spirits back to the Twilight Realm by halting the flow of spiritual power.
That is a relief indeed.
These foreigners have thrown down the gauntlets. Let us not shirk from their challenge. We must prove them guilty and deliver their last rites. Do I make myself clear, Prosecutor Sabmari?
Perfectly, your benevolence. Very well, the accused may channel the High Priest spirit. But first, we must take a short recess to prepare. We'll resume as soon as the preparations are complete. Until then, this court is adjourned.
To be continued. How deep do we get into this, Aria? How deep does this get into it? Like, could you say we could go another 30 minutes and find a stopping point? Or is it get, like, really into the thick of it?
Let me see. We have three more testimonies plus three more cross-examinations.
Ha!
Yeah.
Jeez. Not that I was thinking we were going to finish it tonight, but holy crap.
I think that's going to be like another stream.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just end it here tonight. that to be continued. It presents us with an opportunity to take a pause. And this way we can just start fresh, right where they want us to be able to restart from, you know? We can summon, summoning a spirit and also spending an hour figuring out how a stone slab crushed a man. It's more than enough for one night. Yeah, we can end off early here.
I honestly don't think we're gonna find like another stopping point anytime soon.
It would have to be just like a there.
Basically.
We'll just stop here.
It'd
It's
be
a
like,
good clean cut.
yeah, we're just gonna stop randomly.
Randomly stop. We'll just stop where it's a good clean cut. We'll regroup a week from now. It'll be great. Hopefully my mind will be able to grasp what we're doing easier. And we'll just jump right back into the thick of it and have Aria. I don't know why I want to keep saying Aria versus Maya. We'll have Maya just Aria will summon the high priest for us. Oh
Yep.
man. But yeah, that's where we'll stop it here tonight. Yes, I don't have anything else scheduled for streams of my own this week. But if you guys want to come join us on Aria's channel on Saturday at 8 p.m., I think it was. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, I believe that's the time.
Yes, I
we settled
believe
on.
so. Yes. We have weekly Danganronpa, so feel free to come join in that, where there's much more murder and just as much excitement. So yeah, come listen to our funny voices over there as well. But other than that, that's all I have on my schedule for this week. Because I've got things going on and I'm tired. I'm tired. So we'll see where we can
That's
pick up again
fair.
next week. Hopefully with some Genshin since the new version came out. I'm very excited about the new Archon quest and Durin's Story quest. So, oh, we got to roll for him too. We got to roll for Durin. So, yeah, we'll finish it off tonight. Thank you everyone for coming to hang out. I hope you guys had a good night because I had a good time, even if I spent way too long staring at a stone tablet in man's hands. But
Yeah. I feel like that was a little strange. Just because it's just like they want you to rule out the dagger, but they want you to go like step by step instead of trying to figure it all out at once.
I don't know, like the way that I was trying to go about it, whereas okay, I think something falling on him, but that doesn't necessarily explain being stabbed. But I'm like, but does this look like being crushed? But there is so much blood, and the autopsy report doesn't say crushed. And then whenever you're like, police aren't doing their job. What do you mean? I'm like, oh my god, did they really just not include that in the autopsy report? Okay.
No, I was just more me being like, they really don't seem to be doing their job.
They really aren't, because you would think there might be
Yeah.
some signs of being crushed just a little, even if there's a stab to the back of your neck. If the stone slate falls on you, you would think there might be some signs of
Yeah.
crushing to a degree. I don't know, man.
Well, I guess
Especially
the-
enough force to spear the, like, unless he just fell on it too. But you would think that the stone would fall in with enough force, to at least bruise his face. You know, maybe break his nose or something.
Yeah, I feel like it's strange because it definitely fell on him, but they make no real mention of the damage of what happened. I get that they're like the stab ultimately did kill him, but mentioning that he's been crushed even just a little bit would be great.
I'd be like, oh yeah, he's got some scrapes on his cheeks, and we're like, why does he have scrapes on his cheeks?
Also, the
Not
fact
his
that they
cheeks.
also,
Don't say that.
They did...
Somebody's gonna get upset. Don't say that.
Also, the fact that they did not do any like testing to see whose blood that was.
Yeah,
Actually crazy.
absolutely crazy. Emma's under duress. Emma's in a foreign country. Her pay is being threatened, being docked, and her friends are being accused of murder. Her friends are about to die, both of them here.
Yeah. So I guess she can only work with work under orders to figure shit out,
Mhm.
do like that sort of testing. But it still makes no sense that they didn't test that.
Well, she's also the lead investigator, though. You would think that she would be the one making that
Yeah.
order. So I don't know.
Well, they did assume that it was the other guy's blood, but
Yeah,
regardless, you should still check that.
I
At
don't
least in my
know.
opinion, but yeah.
I don't know, man. There's some things that make sense with Ace Attorney, but the more that I play Ace Attorney, I have to question whether I'm just getting dumber or if the game's just going about it in a way that just doesn't click with me. Maybe both.
Yeah.
Maybe both. Who can say?
I
But
would
I've really been
say they
struggling with this trilogy. Like seriously, I don't remember struggling this much in the original trilogy or Chronicles.
I feel like they really want you to go at it one small step at a time and think about, oh, he got crushed to death. Wait, no, that didn't happen because you forgot about the stabbing.
Yeah,
They want you to go at it like very like small little
small
bits and
baby steps. They
pieces.
don't want me to think about the big picture. They want me to think about,
Yeah.
and it's so hard for me to do that.
My
Because
assumption
Yeah.
was that he died by some other means because he didn't have a lot of blood on him when we found his
yeah,
body.
I was shocked
If you
about that
die,
too.
you don't bleed a lot when you get stabbed.
Yeah.
The only
So I
time
thought
you
that's what
bleed
they're
a
going
lot,
for.
the only time you bleed a lot if you've been stabbed is, if you remove the weapon. Because if you keep the weapon in there, you won't bleed as
Plus, his
much.
clothes
Yeah,
really. I don't think his clothes had
Mm,
any blood on them.
a little
So
bit.
they had.
He was naked. I actually have no idea why he doesn't have blood
he
on his
he
clothes.
he decided to scale the frozen mountain in the buff, break into the rebel hideout, got crushed by a slab, purely in the nude. That's why there's no blood on his clothes. His killer decided
Yeah.
to afford him some dignity by dressing him up before putting him out in the plaza.
I really I they're probably gonna explain it. I feel like they have to, but at the same time, like yeah, no, where did all the blood go unless they changed his clothes?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
Mm.
Or they're gonna be like, oh, he was tilted just the right way to where it trickled out of the back of his neck into the water where nothing touched him. Be like, yeah, sure. But it got all over the
Yeah.
Warbad statue for whatever reason, but didn't touch him.
Yeah.
Who can say? Who can say?
It really doesn't make a whole whack of sense.
But we'll leave those thinkings and those thoughts to next time. So we'll wrap it up here, everyone. Thanks again for coming to hang out. Also, a reminder again, Danganronpa is this Saturday on Aria's channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. I wanted to say Central. That's not correct. But 5 p.m. Pacific Time. So feel free to come tune in and join us. It's just like this, but a little more murdery, a little wackier. Believe it or not. But it's
Y'all
fun.
are gonna get so much Soph reading this weekend. It's ridiculous.
Aria and I have talked, and we are plotting out ways to help alleviate the Soph talking, to where we can
Yeah.
all alleviate no 5-hour Soph performance to where Soph's just like, I'm beat, y'all. I'm done.
See, the thing with that is that I've voiced most of the characters tonight, and tomorrow we're
Oh
actually going
my
to be doing
gosh.
reading stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Gamba Soph.
We've got The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde, The Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe, My Immortal, for reasons, and
I think
The
it'll be
Veldt by
funny.
Ray Bradbury.
God, My Immortal for the whole sake of I think it's gonna be really funny.
Oh dear. Well, I'll have to catch the VOD on that one, I think, tomorrow, depending on the very least, I would like to hear Soph read the Cast of Amontillado, and I'm sure the other classics will be fun to listen to. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to hear My Immortal. I've heard. I've never like consumed My Immortal, and
You've never read it?
I purposely stayed away from it because I'm like I don't want to read it.
We needed one meme post set of reading. I think we need at least one meme post. At least it's short, relatively short. I'm not making him read all the chapters.
I just go until Aria tells me to stop.
Honestly, if you just want to read that like one wiki page that's like the first like I don't know 11 chapters, then go for it. It sounds like a lot, but they're like a paragraph long.
Yeah, whoever decided these were chapters. Well, I've seen fanfics.
Yeah.
That's how they are. They're like, this is chapter 1. That's not a fucking chapter.
Yeah. They provide you with 100
No.
words and say that that's chapter.
Yeah.
And then the next chapter, you get 120 words. Next chapter.
Oh, damn. We're being
This isn't a
spoiled.
chapter. This is where you gave up for the week.
Here's my work in progress.
You got 20% more in the second chapter, though.
But yeah.
For all the times that I feel self-conscious and I'm not sure if I can come up with my own stories. My Immortal's right there.
You know, it's right there. It's right there. And there's countless other fanfics out there that can also continue to prove your point that you can write a story and it'll not be even close to the worst thing put out there. Not even close.
Yeah.
You
I
can
think my writing when I was a teen is still significantly better than My Immortal, and it was rough.
I've never read My Immortal, but my writing and roleplay from when I was a teen too, like I would look at stuff, not that I would judge people necessarily, but I'd be like, I don't want to consume that. That is there's no
that's fair.
there's nothing fulfilling from this. There's nothing fulfilling from reading a short little passage. It's not even like a cleverly thought out or emotionally thought out poetry like section. No, it's just a garble of 100 words slapped on a page where it's like, oh, okay, cool, all right.
Yeah, My Immortal I think is just funny because it's like it hit like meme territory. So I think it's really funny to like subject people to My Immortal.
Aria likes to torture people. Can confirm.
So we need at least one silly, goofy story.
Cast of
Does it not make
Amontillado is
a-
not a silly, goofy story.
A guy gets absolutely pranked.
Yeah, he does. He gets pranked for all of eternity, man.
Doesn't get sillier than that.
You like torturing people, right, Aria? This one has pranks and torture.
Oh, let's go. That's all I ever wanted.
Woo! Yeah, I'll have to try to tune in because I've got a dinner to go to tomorrow night, so we'll see. We shall see. But yes, I hope you guys all have a good night, though. I'm gonna wrap up stream here for the release. So until then, this is Michio signing off and smacking my mic for whatever reason. I'm so sorry. I gotta go before I continue
okay.
bonking the mic. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.